Good morning again, students. In the previous class, we had seen that while you are writing a biology lesson plan, you have to mention certain points like entry behavior, general objectives, uh, components like medium, method, approach, and the introduction part. Now, as we have taken constructivism as our approach, we will take some points. We already know that the subparts of constructivism are engage, exploration, explanation, elaboration, and evaluation. Now, when we are engaging the students, as we are discussing about the chapter cell, we will see how we are going to engage. At the beginning of the lesson, the class will do a think, pair, share to discuss the objective. If we want to give an activity to class, we'll show students the PP slide with the microscopic image of both an plant and animal cell. You don't have to give further information. Then there are the images of the cell. Student activity would be ask the student to observe the PP slide of the microscopic images of the cell. Ask the students to list any differences they see between the two images. Have the students hypothesize about what image might be. Explain to them on which slide there is animal cell or plant cell. Ask them if they see anything inside each cell and hypothesize what they might be. Explain that today they will be learning what the difference between an animal cell and the plant cell. They will also be learning about the organelles inside each cell and what its function is. Then, after this, let them explore. During exploration, students will be working in pairs to better understand plant and animal cells. Students will be comparing two diagrams of the plants and animal cell and will try to identify differences and similarities and write in a pair. Now, it's the teacher turns to explain the point. During the explanation piece, the teacher will be clearing up any misconception about plant and animal cell with interactive PowerPoint, and during the elaboration, she will allow the students to create a number of different project ideas ranging from bulletin board creation to designing a model. Here we have to elaborate that topic, that what they can add on the students' ideas, the students' points or the views we can take in different forms. When we have to evaluate it, then we can give some paper folding sheets in which different organelles are written and they have to pick up and tell where they belong. Is it an animal cell or the plant cell? Or also we can ask some open-ended question, and if they are able to answer about different type of cell, that would be worthful also. So in this way we can include different type of the points by engaging, exploring, explanation, elaboration and evaluation. When we have to present it or we have to write it, we can write in this forms in which we can include teaching points, specific objectives, teachers activity, pupils expected activities and evaluation. You can observe how differently it is written. Cell, animal cell and plant cell. Here specific objective we have to write like students will be able to define cell. Will be able to is very important because we are specifying it. We are putting this specific goal of the teacher's activity at every point. If she explaining the first point that cells are building block of life, what she is expecting in the objective and what would be the students or pupil activity, they are listening carefully or they're answering, this would be the assumption. This could be the thing or anything else could be there, but then we have to assume something and write accordingly. We can evaluate at any point. It is not important to evaluate at the starting. We can evaluate in the next points also by asking them few questions or testing their knowledge. Here also we have continued with the same teaching points, specific objective, teachers activity, pupils expected activity and evaluation. Alright, so here we have seen some points of the constructivism. Now if we come to the recapitulation part, Recapitulate means we have to revise whatever we had done in the class. So teacher will put some suitable questions on the topics to be taught or already taught for testing the understanding level of the students and also understanding her method of teaching is effective or not. Then we have to give some home assignment like read the text and ask the students to do assigned work and find more example of the same. In the blackboard summary, we have to mention the date, the subject, the class, and the topic, and some of the differences that you had mentioned in the same during the class or during the lecture. Then we can continue with the feedback which the teacher is going to give, and your the name and the signature of the supervisor and the marks that they are going to allot during the lecture. During your school or whenever you are teaching in a school, you don't need to write the feedback or the name and signature of the supervisor. It is during the B.Ed internship that we have to include this thing. Hope you understood it very well, and these all points would be helpful in forming a good lesson plan, all of you. Okay, so all the best everyone. Bye bye and good day.